Okay guys, what is up? My name is What's95 and welcome to another video today. And today we are back in Borderlands. Holy hell, it's been so long since I have made a Borderlands video, since I've even touched Borderlands. I've actually been watching a lot more Borderlands streams. If you know Admiral Baru, he's a pretty big streamer and just general content maker in the Borderlands community. I would recommend you go and watch him. He's currently doing a hardcore series where he and his co-op partner only have one life between them. As soon as they die, they have to delete the character. But yeah, that's enough plugging for Baru. Today, guys, we are talking about the announcement that happened a couple of days ago, and that is Borderlands 3. Now, Borderlands 3 has been officially announced, and it was announced on Twitter and the Facebook of, I think, Gearbox and also the official Borderlands as well. And this is very exciting news, guys, because as you can see in the clips over my voice, I'm playing the pre-sequel, and everyone has fallen out of love with the pre-sequel. Throughout the first playthrough, everyone was like, yeah, this is really good, this is really cool. Second playthrough came around and it's just a drag. Like, even me doing this, I was playing the Hollow Dome DLC. First time I'd ever done it, and it was so boring. It was just killing the same enemies over and over again that I'd already killed in the same area that I'd already been in, like 3 or 4 times before, because I've got, like, you know, multiple characters. So yeah, it was kind of boring, but that is why I'm so excited about Borderlands 3. Now, I wanted to come and talk to you today about what I want to see in Borderlands 3. Now, I'll try and do this as quick as possible, but there's quite a lot of things that I want to get through. First of all, the one thing that I would like to keep from the pre-sequel is double jumps. Now, I've been playing a little bit of Borderlands 2. It crashed for me today, so I couldn't record it, which sucks. But I've been playing a lot of Borderlands 2, and it's really annoying not having the double jumps in that game. It's still an amazing game. I still love it, but the double jumps really help. So I think that has to stay in for Borderlands 3. Another potential thing that could be in the game, from my opinion, is a kind of like maybe jetpacks. As the double jump feature, you know, instead of the O2, the oxygen from the pre-sequel, you could have a jetpack where you can shoot up in the air and jump higher than what is, you know, humanly possible in the game. And I think that would be a really cool way to incorporate the double jumps in, you know. And so it's not a constant jetpack. It would be like the Oz kit, where the first time you jump, you get a big boost, and then the second one, you get a little push that pushes you further. You know, you can have fuel that you can pick up during the game, and that's, you know, keeping the same mechanic from the pre-sequel, which is a good mechanic, but it changes it so you don't have to die every time or start dying every time you lose the fuel, like when you lose oxygen in the pre-sequel. So I think that would be a really cool way to make the double jumps incorporated in the new game. Secondly, guys, I'd love to see more events. If you remember in Borderlands 2, I think it was about a week before the Hammerlock DLC was released, Gearbox did an event. They said, to celebrate Hammerlock DLC, we are going to do this event where every few days we're going to up the drop rates of legendaries. So that, you know, every single legendary, shields, shotguns, assault rifles, pistols, all of that. They did all of that. And my favorite one of all was the Vermivorous one. Now, if you didn't know what this was, Vermivorous is a crazy boss. He's a massive Arkid. He's so hard to spawn. I believe it's a 10% chance of spawning. And they upped his spawn rate to 70% or 80%, something crazy like that. So it was almost guaranteed every time for him to spawn, compared to if you're trying to spawn him any other time. And also his drop, the Northfleet, the legendary rocket launcher, which everyone knows by now, the drop rate was increased by 9 to 90% or something insane like that. It was crazy. So basically, like it was like every other time Vermivorous would spawn, you would get a Northfleet. Now, if you haven't seen this, you can go and check out videos on YouTube. But I did actually make a video during that time, so I'll put an annotation on screen now, actually I'll put it at the end of the video, and in the description below, so you can check that out. But yeah, I think those events would be really good. I haven't played Destiny, guys, so I can't speak for Destiny, but I think a thing that Destiny does really well, from an outsider's point of view, you know, from my point of view, is having these weekly events. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Destiny because it wasn't what they wanted, but you know, it's still a pretty solid game, and that's not the conversation that I'm getting into. But I think weekly events would be really awesome. Like, if you had a Holodome type area that came as pre-order and day one DLC, you know, something like that, that is really cheap, like maybe $2 or something, or £2 or whatever, that everyone has access to. Maybe even make it free. I think that would be best. Make it free, and then have this area in the game that is unlocked from, I don't know, level 20 or something, that as soon as that unlocks every week, either the area changes and the enemies change, or just the enemies change, something like that. Different loot drops, different spawn rates of different enemies, different loot, stuff like that. I think that would be a really, really good feature, because Borderlands definitely needs more community things coming from Gearbox. The community of Borderlands is so rich, and they want to do so much stuff. Like I was talking about at the beginning with Baru. You know, there's this one life stuff where it's trying to get to OP8, kill Veracidus and every other boss. You know, that is a community event. Well, it's not really an event, it's a community, you know, challenge. Also, there's the hunt, which is trying to get all the legendaries, and I think it's the pearls and stuff like that. Trying to get every single big weapon in the game. You know, all this stuff, it needs to be supported and incorporated by Gearbox themselves. So I think a weekly event like that, similar to the Vermivorous and the drop rates and all of that stuff, it needs to be in Borderlands 3. Now, characters, I'm guessing that they're going to do the same thing as they have done in 2 and the pre-sequel, which is where they're going to incorporate old characters into the story. I would really, really, really like some more diverse, you know, new characters, and the old characters to sort of take a back seat a little bit, because we've seen them for 3 games pretty much now, and you know, there are crazy characters in this universe, as we've seen. I don't want to see Torque. Personally, I'm not a fan of Torque's personality. I think he's just too over the top. He's too... I don't like the character, but something like that, something crazy, would be really good. So I'm hoping that there's a new cast. And also, the final thing that I just want to mention is, I think there should be a kind of standalone multiplayer thing. Now, obviously, there's the campaign, which can be played solo or co-op, and that is fine. That is perfectly fine. But I think there should be some sort of standalone multiplayer thing, just for, you know, some originality, for something different in the Borderlands series, because I do think it needs something different like that. But anyway, guys, this is all speculation. I'm sure you can all come up with great ideas as well. So leave your comments down below with any ideas that you've got that you would like to see in Borderlands 3, and we can chat about what we would like to see down in the comments as well. And hopefully the game will be coming out like maybe in the 2-year mark, just so Gearbox have a lot of time to make it a really good game. But we'll wait and see, guys. When more details are released, I'll make another video detailing them. If you want to see more Borderlands content on my channel, then leave a comment down below telling me that as well. But anyway, guys, as always, my name is Watson95. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. So thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.